let's get into it. The Randy Reid character is as great as ever. So you went to training camp again and got around there and had your fun with him. Walk me through that whole process for you.
Well,
Eric.
this started 3 years ago, and I did it I've only done it twice. I've only, and coach has asked me privately to do a couple things for the team off the grid that I've done. But, listen, it's my contribution as trying to keep things fun. I mean, that's what my goal is here. Veach called me this year, and he's like, "Are we bringing Randy Reid back?" And I'm like, "Well, last time I was there, we won the Super Bowl, so I think you know what we were missing last year." So that kind of was the premise of it. Is last time I was here, we won the Super Bowl, and I never got my Super Bowl ring. So we jump off there, and look, the guys love it. I wouldn't be able to do it if Coach Reid wasn't Coach Reid and gave his blessing and approval and access to everything. A lot of people can't believe that happens, but they got a team there. Rob Alberino's the new vice president of communications. He embraced it. We'd never met before. He's like, let's do this. And they rolled out the red carpet for us. My co-writer, Jerry Collins, who's an incredible guy, written a lot of stuff in L.A., and he comes and helps me with that. And then we had a new guy. I just got to get their names in here. Andrew Feely, who edited this thing, he just killed it. They all killed it. The Chiefs killed it. And the goal is just to have a little fun with the players. They genuinely are confused, Rich. You would be so happy to be a little fly on the wall to see the rookies who have no idea who I am. And then what my capacity is with the team. You would have so much fun watching the new guys that are free agents that are in camp. Jerick McKinnon had one of the best moments of the training camp. It didn't make it in the cut, but I walked up to him with the Theragun on the sideline. He is sweating. He's out of breath. He's drinking a glass of water. And I walk up and I nudge him with that thing while it's on. I said, "Hey, you need this?" And he looked at me. He looked down at my spats on my ankles. He looked back up at me, and he's like, "No, man, I'm good." he was so confused. I was like, "Bro, I gotta tell you, man, that was one of my funniest moments. The funniest moments, just like them catching tennis balls with the machine that throws tennis balls at them, and me jumping in there trying to get in, like cutting in between these guys, like genuinely confused what's going on. And then the veterans, they're like, "Hey, you got anything? You gonna say anything to me?" The coaching staff, they're all interested this year. Made sure we got Spags, Bieniemy, Tobe, and everybody included. It's just a fun thing. I don't know that it'll last forever. It's just my little love letter to the Chiefs of I can't bring much to actually winning, but I can bring a little fun and lightheartedness to training camp on those brutal days.
It's fantastic. I mean, we just showed some while you were telling those stories, some video without the sound. It's just you parking in Veach's spot with the huge golf cart. Now, what was the one with Mahomes coming from behind and stealing a towel? What was that one? That one I hadn't seen yet.
I was talking to the offensive line about, the technique that I had told the team about last time, which was Kodiak, which is low man wins a lot of times, but also tall man scares other guys away. So I want the offensive line to get up and big, tall like a Kodiak bear. So I was going through that, and Mahomes comes up and steals my towel and takes off running. We ended the clip before I ran too far because I looked so pathetic running after Patrick Mahomes. I was like, all right, we got to cut out of this before I look too embarrassing.
The taking a knee and stretching too behind two. Oh my God. That is just so funny. And I just love the fact that Reid's into it. Like that the actual Andy Reid is into it. He loves it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Look,
man.
I mean, here's the deal. Coach is like, you got this amount of my time. I would never want any Chiefs fans or anyone out there because I'm as big of a Chiefs fan as any other person.
You're not disruptive.
My number one rule is I don't want to be in the way. I don't want to take anything away from the job at hand. So Coach gives us a very limited amount of time that we have to get his stuff done. He's into it. He loves it. He's welcoming and loving. He's I love him to death. And then otherwise, there's just a couple rules. Stay out of here, stay out of there. I'm mic'd up. Just go out there and kind of have fun. But man, I got to tell you, dude, there was one moment that didn't make the cut either.
Yes.
Where one of the defensive ends was like, man, I'm so confused. Who are you? Like, what are you doing here? and one of the, I think Frank Clark says, man, that's Randy Reid. You don't know who Randy Reid is? And he's like, no. And he was so out of it. So finally I said, hey, man, my name's actually Eric Stonestreet. I was on a show called Modern Family for 11 seasons. And he stopped in his tracks and he goes, are you serious? And I said, yeah. And he goes, man, I used to watch that show religiously. And I'm telling you what, the other defensive linemen bust up laughing, saying, you used to watch it religiously? Like, religiously, huh? So that was the moment there. Just the dawn of the realization of I'm not a coach. I'm not part of the team in any way. I'm there literally just to clown around. Is so fun to watch happen.
Eric, I love it. It's funny. It's just funny for everybody to watch too, and it's just great to see the players get into it. And Andy, hey, look, when Andy Reid uses his phrase, "The time's yours," and it's in your direction to have fun with everybody, the answer is yes every single time, I'm sure. So that's great.
Well, the organizations in the NFL, they get a bad beef on so many things of, it's the not fun league and blah, 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 whatever. And I just love that the Chiefs are my team, and they're also a team that's willing to, like, have a little fun and poke, get a peek behind the curtain a little bit. I'm very respectful of everything and how everything goes, but I just love it. But I don't know how many more years Randy Reid will make an appearance. I guess he's got to move on at some point.
Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go boating, right? He's got to go on a boat, right? He's got to go. What is it?
Well, now I'm into drones too. I can set you up in a drone. I can get you into drones.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.